In Iraq, the city of Mosul is descending into chaos. Islamic militants are reportedly in control of the major city after driving out police and troops. Iraq is asking the U.S. for assistance, but it's trying to distance itself from the boots on the ground and now focuses on arming the local military. For the very latest, let's turn to CCTV's Sean Calebs. Sean.
Elaine, thanks very much. After days of tense fighting, Iraqi forces are on the run. And to make it worse, those troops and police apparently left behind a massive cache of weapons, including tanks that have fallen into the hands of the insurgents. Many of the weapons came from the United States. The crisis in Iraq is growing and represents increased concern for the entire region. It's a growing crisis. Streets are jammed with anxious Iraqis trying to stay one step ahead of violent insurgents who have now seized control of Mosul, the country's second largest city. By many accounts, police and the army troops literally dropping their weapons and running away from militants from the Islamic State in Iraq and the Levant, commonly called the ISIL.
The army dissolved out of fear, and they fled, and we left and came here.
The commanders were the first to flee, leaving the soldiers alone. How can soldiers act without commanders? The city will definitely fall.
560 kilometers to the south, in the capital of Baghdad, Iraq's prime minister demanded parliament declare a state of emergency. Experts say that could lead to strict curfews, restrict public movement, and censor the media.
We have to declare a comprehensive mobilization and the utmost alert in political, financial, and popular capabilities to defeat terrorism and bring life to normal in all areas occupied by terrorists.
Creating a sense of normalcy is a tall order here, and many, both in Iraq and outside, are now openly questioning al-Maliki's ability to hold the country together. The militants are believed to be an offshoot of al-Qaeda and apparently recruiting a number of fighters from Syria, well-trained and heavily armed. The United States calls the situation serious and is pledging support to Iraq's government.
The threat that ISIL is presenting is not just a threat to Iraq or the stability of Iraq, but it is a threat to the region. And this growing menace exemplifies the importance of Iraqis from all communities working together to confront this common enemy.
Militants have seized control of the airport in Mosul, TV stations, and the governor's office. Power, water, and telephone lines have been cut in a large part of the city. Political and sectarian violence has come to characterize much of Iraq, chiefly pitting Sunnis, the minority in Iraq, against Shiite Muslims, who have come to dominate the government since Saddam Hussein was overthrown in 2003. And months ago, the jihadists seized the city of Fallujah. But taking Mosul is a much larger prize. Focusing on the second largest city, the territory ISIL has taken in Syria also opens up a major roadway for insurgents. It's a way for them to export Iraqi oil out and funnel more rebels into Iraq from neighboring Syria. Elaine?
All right, thanks a lot, Sean Calebs.